Mr. Martin Muhangi, the Director for Investment Promotions, who is representing the Executive Director, Mr. Robert Mukiza, will be telling us this morning. So Martin, I wish to invite you. Come and speak to us on incentives for investors and investments. And I want to believe when you say investors, you mean guys like me and you and everyone in this room, not the other guy that flies into this country with a few dollars, claiming to be called an investor, and give them preferential treatment over us, which I think we don't. So, Martin, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, the chairperson, moderator. Thank you, the business community and participants listening in this morning. And I would like to thank Uganda National Oil Company for organizing this event, and at the same time inviting Uganda Investment Authority to participate and share with you the investment landscape of Uganda. My name, I'm called Martin Muhangi, and I'm a Deputy Director in charge of Investment Promotion. I'm standing in for the Director General of Uganda Investment Authority, who has sent greetings and was not able to be with us. With me is my colleague, Madam Kara Muhangi. She's there. She can wave to you. Thank you very much. So the presentation, could you share the presentation? So the presentation outline, I will touch the role of UIA and followed by the competitiveness of Uganda in terms of investment. Then I will follow with investment opportunities, key highlights, because our colleagues from sister institutions have already covered the opportunities in detail. Then I will go in straight for the benefits and incentives, and I will end with what services we offer at Uganda Investment Authority. The role of URA, the key one, is to promote foreign direct investment and domestic direct investments to the investment opportunities that are available in Uganda. So it's I would call it a double role. We promote foreigners into the Ugandan investment landscape, but we also promote investable opportunities to Ugandans. The second role, we develop and manage the industrial parks. Third, we support and develop the small and medium enterprises, and that's why we're here. And actually, they fall under the domestic direct investors. Then we also advise government on the competitive investment policies that enhance investment. So when we detect the policies that do not enhance investment, we immediately take them up with policy, which is our sector ministry, Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. And then we take what we call, we amend or we put up policies that promote investments in the country. And Uganda Investment Authority was formed by an act of parliament in 1991, Investment Code of 1991, but this was repealed and revisited in March 2019. So we have a new Investment Code Act 2019, which gave us an additional responsibility And now we are with a one-stop center. And I will explain what the one-stop center is. Uganda's economy is an open economy. Broadly, I would like to highlight the key hallmarks of an open economy. One, all sectors are liberalized for investment. So Ugandans can invest in all sectors of the economy. We also, 100% foreigners are allowed to own investments 100% without any prohibition. Then we allow, our economy allows free movement of capital in and out of Uganda, and of course after paying the relevant taxes. And then the security for investment is guaranteed through the Constitution. And the key advantage in the openness of the economy is that we are part of the East African community. And the East African community is a growing market with over 177 million people. So these are the clear benefits of an openness of our Uganda's economy. So for investors like SMEs, or even foreign investors who are in the space, are able to get labor at affordable price. In terms of electricity, Uganda's electricity costs are competitive. First of all, in capacity, we have over 2,000 megawatts. But in terms of the cost in our industrial park, for large industrial users, the cost per kilowatt is 458, and we're very competitive. Property costs, we are also competitive. Our industrial shed rent goes for $4, $6 per square meter. And that is sourced from 90, a local property agent. Water, we were three towns in 1972, now we are 253. So in terms of access to water, we have the water for the investors. What are the investment opportunities for our SMEs? Agriculture is the backbone of Uganda's economy. Our strategic focus is manufacturing, is value addition. And now, when we juxtapose it to the oil and gas sector, that's where we have what we call the comparative advantage. So, be it at a commercial farming level, be it in value addition, then we have the benefit to supply the industry. And I think my colleagues covered all these opportunities. The oil and gas sector, all the opportunities have been elaborated. So since we have a role of managing the industrial park, what we have in the industrial park is land. So what we do is we prepare SME workspaces, and then we offer them to the potential investors, the Ugandans, who are interested in renting them out at subsidized prices, and even the land. That's what we offer to our investors. But beyond the land that we offer as the Uganda Investment Authority, we have also been preparing for the oil and gas. And we have made about 200, 500 business cases, business ideas for SMEs. It's a compendium. It can be accessed at www.ugandainvest.go.ug. This is a study. We have undertaken studies at the Uganda Investment Authority using some consultants, and we have come up with business cases well developed, showing a return on investment, capital requirements, break-even analysis, support the SMEs into the oil and gas landscape. The majority of these business ideas are largely agriculture-based business ideas. We have also gone further to develop bankable projects, and we have developed 79 bankable projects which we have compiled. They are also available. on www.ugandainvest.go.ug, and you visit the investment opportunity. That you should be able to access those projects, and then you can take them up. So on the incentive package, so that was the main topic. What is it? What is the status of the incentive package? Tax incentives are all embedded, or they were mainstreamed into the tax code. So all our available incentives are in the tax code. And any investor can access it. They are not, we do not have any discrimination. And I think the moderator was talking about, are we promoting foreign investors? No, these tax incentives are categorized. They are tax incentives that are for foreigners based on capital requirements, and we also have tax incentives that are for domestic investors. And the majority of our domestic investors, I'm talking about small and medium enterprises. So they are also available. And the purpose of mainstreaming them into the tax code was ensure that we do not discriminate. So what are the key incentives that are available in the tax code? We have the agriculture sector. It is emphasized. It's a priority sector for Uganda's economy. Be it in the National Development Plan, be it at a strategic level in Uganda Investment Authority, and we are looking at all the whole segment from upstream to the downstream. Upstream meaning from commercial farming. We have 10-year tax holiday for those who are in commercial farming, and then we also have 10-year tax holiday for the agro processor. In terms of industrial park, I already explained that we have a role of developing and managing industrial park. There are also incentives. They are categorized in the tax code. The categories are based on also capital requirement, but they are 10-year tax holiday, both in corporation income tax and also in value added tax. And the operators who are also in this industrial park, because as an investor, you can either set up an industrial park and then you promote investors into the park, or you can also come and operate in the park, which is gazetted by government, like the ones that we are managing, Kampala Industrial Business Park in Namali. So we give land to the investors and they operate. Those who operate in the park also can access the tax incentive, 10-year tax holidays. We also have incentives in the tax code that are available for any business activity, and these are not sector specific. What the requirement is the requirement is that the investor must export 80% of what the investor is producing outside the domestic market. And what do I mean by domestic market? I mean the East African Community Member State market. So if you produce as an investor and you export your produce, so for example to DRC, then you are able to access the 10-year tax holiday. So the quantum of the requirement is this ratio is 80%, be it on goods and capital goods and services. Manufacturing in sector specific, and I highlighted the key ones that relate to our domestic investors, and more specifically to the oil and gas sector. When you're in food processing, you qualify for the incentive, 10-year tax holiday. Medical appliances, building materials, light industry, logistics and warehousing, information technology, operating vocational or technical institute. So these are incentives that are available. And when we, Petroleum Authority of Uganda and the Uganda National Oil Company walked us through the investment opportunities, or the major part of those opportunities are listed here. So Ugandans, small and medium enterprises should take advantage of these tax incentives that are already embedded in the tax code. At Uganda Investment Authority, we have gone a step further to also support small and medium enterprises. And how are we doing it? By developing what we call the National SME Portal. We've taken that step. We know that investment is largely driven by data, so we have gone further to develop an SME portal. And the purpose of this portal is to aggregate data through clusters. We did mapping, we did regional profiling, and now we have 27,443 SMEs operating in different segments in the business. So, and the purpose of this national SME portal is to ensure we undertake concerns that the SMEs continuously raise. For example, policy gaps. So when we do our analytics, we should be able to come up with policies and recommend policies to favor or to promote or to enhance our small and medium enterprises. But also, this portal has helped us to profile and understand the critical needs of the SMEs. For example, in terms of skilling. So now we have developed youth apprenticeship programs, and we have trained over 1,000 youth in various areas like digital skilling and many other value addition skilling. So this has been a unique opportunity for us, but also for SMEs. We have credible statistical information on the entire ecosystem of SMEs. SMEs are credit squad so that we can improve coordination with the financing entities. We have also done value chain business linkages through this. And then largely, this portal is going to help us to inform policy reforms using evidence-based analytics, especially on trends and statistics. Key benefits over and above what I've mentioned is that the SME workspaces in the industrial parks are available. We have gazetted 10 acres in the Kampala Industrial Business Park, specifically for SMEs. And we have also gone further to sign an MOU with Uganda National Oil Company so that we can jointly work together on promoting SMEs in the Kabale Industrial Park. I think that's a very big opportunity, upcoming opportunity for Ugandans in terms of commercializing the oil and gas resource. We also have undertaken trainings of Ugandans, especially youth and women, through the incubation centers. And we work closely with URI in our industrial park in Namage. And the purpose of all this is for reducing the setup cost. That's why we are working on the workspaces. The idea behind this is to ensure that we give affordable workspaces at a much relative affordable cost. So what do we do in our industrial park? We provide the infrastructure, including tarmac roads. We provide the water. We also work on the sewage network. We extend substations in the parks. And then we are also moving further to upgrade our industrial parks with fiber optics network. And of course, in this industrial park, we also have a 10-year exemption, especially for those who are leasing out the industrial parks and the operators, which I already mentioned. So, I mentioned earlier that Uganda Investment Authority was made a one-stop center by law. So what does that mean? The one-stop center is where all government institutions which have a role in enabling investors reside or are housed. It's a one home. All these entities are there. A good example is that we at Uganda Investment Authority, we have business registration company. We have land verification if you are buying land and you are SME or domestic investor. We have standard certification, that is Uganda National Bureau of Standards. We have NEMA, which is environmental agency, management agency. We have immigration to deal with permits, work permits. We have Uganda Free Zone, we have Uganda Investment Authority, and we have utility companies. That's what we have currently. And we operate this both physical and online. And the purpose of having this was basically to ease business. Ease business in terms of cost. Cost is a very serious issue for investors. That's why I started with the cost drivers. So the purpose is to reduce cost, and more importantly, to reduce the turnaround time, or the time of doing business. What we do at Uganda Investment Authority is to run around for our investors. And ideally what I'm speaking about is SMEs, or domestic investors. So we oversee all the agencies that are resident at the one-stop center, and we have developed what we call service level agreements or standards to ensure that these agencies must meet for us to be able to provide the service. The key one is an investment license. We are able now to issue in less than 24 hours. I think when we established in 2017, I was in charge, or as operational manager in charge of the one-stop center. And that's our key milestone, reducing the time from 48 hours to less than 24 hours. Of course, there are conditions, but the conditions are very easy. It is just incorporating a company, providing a business plan, registering 14, and then showing the source of funding and the identities of the shareholders. Now, with a business, while we are moving further to reduce the time, is that we are able now even to assist the SMEs to develop the business proposals with you. All we need is to sit with you, and then we walk through the financial viability and the market analysis. And then that's the business proposal. It's done, we submit and give it. In this year, we have been able to issue an investment license in 1 hour, on Saturday, even Sunday. I think that's something we should all clap for. So that is it in summary. The tax identification number can be got in 4 hours. That's also a good milestone. Registering a company can be done in 4 hours. I think those are very key milestones we have achieved at the Uganda Investment Authority. Thank you very much for listening. Or I wish you well, and what I can tell you, all our information, because of COVID, we have all put our information on our web portal, so you can go on the web portal and you'll be able to access the investment opportunities and the services that we offer. Thank you very much for listening. God bless you.